All right, Shalawam, Shalawam. GMS, Louisiana Saints, coming at you with a quick pre-camp lesson. All right, prior to getting started, we want to give all glory, honors, and prayers unto
YAHAWAH, bahasham, Yahushua, bahasham,
double honors to the apostles and elders of great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. All right, and today we just want to quickly hit on who Sophia, all right, reveals herself unto. And what I mean by Sophia, all right, is wisdom. Okay. Another word for wisdom is what? Sophia. All right. And without any further ado, we just gonna get into the scriptures, man.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 6, verse 19.
Hold that. Grab that Psalms to me. I'll get that first.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 25, verse 12. What man is he that feareth Yahweh? Him shall he teach in the way that he shall choose.
All right. So it says, hey, who shall the Lord? You about to say something?
No, you got it.
Come. One more time, man.
Psalms 25 and 12. What man is he that feareth Yahweh? Him shall he teach in the way that he shall choose.
All right. So the Lord is going to teach the men, okay, that fear him wisdom. All right. That's the only way you're going to get taught wisdom is if you fear the Lord. In Sirach, if a brother can grab that, all right, what's the beginning of worshiping the Lord? It's through the fear. All right. When you fear the Lord, you showing respect unto him. Okay, so in turn, what do he bless you with? With wisdom. All right.
Yeah, brothers commonly use the terminology, or you always say that cliche, Sophia. But I have that word right here, right? Because sometimes Jacob just said, right, not really understanding, what it means, what it represents. Ultimately, the reason why this is used is an actual spiritual terminology, and that's why brothers use it occasionally like that. This is Sophia. It's from the in the online etymology. It says skill, the knowledge of, acquaintance with, sound judgment, practical wisdom, cunning, shrewdness, philosophy. Also, wisdom personified. It says the phrase also, it means divine wisdom, holy wisdom, to which the churches were dedicated.
So that word Sophia, right, or that phrase embodies what wisdom is, man. Okay, and it's a beautiful thing because, and we're gonna get into it, man. All right, with the scripture in Sirach 6. All right, when you deal with Sophia, you deal with her as a woman. All right, I'm not gonna get ahead of myself. We're gonna continue off in that Psalms, but we're gonna get to that in due time. You got it, huh?
This back in Psalms 25, verse 13. His soul shall dwell at ease, and his seed shall inherit the earth.
Why will his soul dwell at ease? Right? You hear this phrase all the time within the churches. The truth shall set you free. Okay, and hey, we thought that was corny at one point in time before we got into the truth.
That's how they use it.
That's right. It's just a phrase. Okay, but over here in the truth, man, that's a real thing. All right, wisdom puts your mind at ease. You have the understanding that you need to make it in this wicked world, man. All right, you start to understand why things are the way they are. All right, so you don't battle your emotions no more. All right, you start to, like the brother brought out with that definition, you start to be acquainted with wisdom. All right, and there's some synonyms in there. Sound judgment. That's what I was looking for. Sound judgment. The water, brother. Right?
Yeah, like you say about the church, they say it shall set you free, but they fucked that up. It shall make you free.
That's right, brother.
So they can't even get that right, And so we're supposed to go to these harlot houses and listen to these niggas don't know what they talking about. But wisdom is right up here, man.
That's right.
And it all came from YAHAWASHI starting off, man. Both sides.
That's right, brother. Scriptures tell you where you shall find wisdom at, right? On the highways and byways, man, in a chief place of concourse. Not in these buildings that's built with bricks and mortar. That and we'll get that and we'll jump back to Psalms.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 20. It says, wisdom cried without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. She cried in the chief place of concourse.
What are we doing right now? Pan the camera, brother. Hey, we out in the street. Okay? Wisdom is crying out. All right? We not tucked away in some cubby hole, you know. We're not preaching to a selected group of people. Scriptures tell you, hey, you preach this word out unto the four corners of the earth. You preach this word out to whom?
Skip it.
Right? The elect, right? To the, about to say something? Come on. Hey, we preaching this word unto the heathen, giving out judgment to the heathen. All right? How can a heathen hear that judgment when you tucked away in the corner?
This back in Proverbs 1:20 in the NLT, it says, wisdom shouts in the streets, she cries out in the public square. She calls to the crowds along the main street, to those gathered in front of the city gate.
And they use what? Words like main street, in the public. Those different places are not in the public or on the main streets. It might be on a main street, but it's not in the streets. Okay? This is what wisdom is brought out at. But you got it. We'll go back to that.
It's back in Psalms 25. It says, verse 14, the secret of Yahweh is with them that fear him, and he will show them his covenant.
The secrets, okay? The dark parables that are tucked away in this book, okay? The different things that you know, these people of the world take for granted, those are actually the secrets that the Lord haven't revealed to them. It says what? That these secrets are revealed unto the men who fear him. All right. We're not taking these things for granted. And that's the premise of this lesson. Who does Sophia reveal herself unto? Okay. But I had a precept before we move on. Hold tight on that. You could get it up. You could get it through there.
All right, come on. This Daniel 1:4. So when you read Sophia, a sophist is one that is clever in matters of everyday life, man. All right, or clever in science, which when you go into the word science, it means to know or knowledge.
That's right.
All right. And the Lord put the spirit upon particular men to be skilled in handcraft and different things dealing with wisdom. All right. Because wisdom is not something that is one way. It has many fashions and facets to it, man. That's right. That's right. And men of renown, or men of wisdom, those are really the great men of Israel. All right, because what? When wisdom came back into the earth, the great men of Israel is known, man. All right, when wisdom came back, which was this total truth, the sound judgment and doctrine, that's when the real, true, renowned men of Israel came back, man. All right. This is Daniel 1:4. It says, children in whom was no blemish, but well favored and skillful in all wisdom and cunning in knowledge and understanding science, and such as had ability in them to stand in the king's palaces, and whom they might teach the learning in the tongue of the Chaldeans.
Hey, that's a beautiful, beautiful scripture you brought out. Hey, now, if you go back into the ancient world, all right, go back into the scriptures, man. Look at the characteristics of a king, okay? A king was brought up from his youth, being taught certain things, going into different sciences. Look at Solomon, all right? A king, he's supposed to have wisdom. He's supposed to have understanding in multiple different things.
He's got to be well-rounded.
That's right.
Right? Because kings have to deal with all matters.
All matters.
Not any, like, different matters. No, all matters.
That's right, brother.
Anything that matters, a king have to what? Put his judgment in it, man. All right? And ultimately, the judgment lies on his shoulder to make the judgment. So you got to always make the judgment, not only for the king, but for what? The people, man. All right? Because the people just as important as the king, because the king make the decisions for the people, man. That's why, as a judge, we're going to not only make righteous judgments for ourselves, but for those that also adhere to us, man. You know, go ahead.
And what the scriptures say, we're a nation, all right, of kings and priests.
That's right.
Okay. And it starts right here. Who Sophia reveals herself unto. All right. We're actually in that phase of being brought up from our youth. Okay. We're in our youth right now. You got certain men who've been in this thing for a minute. All right. going at 20 years, 30 years, things of that nature. But then you also have certain young men who've been in 1 year, 5 years, 3 years, right? We're in our youth right now. And we're being brought up, we're being taught the things, the necessary meat of this meat and milk of these scriptures, all right?
Technically, yeah, technically being the knowledge of the truth is your youth. Because youth is not based on strength or being young.
That's right.
All right. Well, youth is strength. All right. Or strength in what? The wisdom we have.
Yeah.
You just don't, because you have, yeah, it's not physical strength. You represents what? You being a full age in this truth, man. All right. Or what? Up to speed with what the truth has done for you, or have you matured, man. It don't mean young. It means strength. All right. So when you get the truth, you start to get in your strength. So that's what the Lord did with you in your youth.
That's right.
So even apostles and elders are technically in their youth. They're still older men, but they're what? In their youth. All right. Yeah, they're maximizing their strength in the truth.
Better explained, brother. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. But we are in our in a state right now where we're being built up on everything we need to know. These scriptures cover every type of scenario, situation, problem, all right, that you can ever go through, man. All right. And we're being brought up on those things. We're making mistakes. We're falling. We're getting picked up. We're being built up to be what? Those kings and priests, all right? When time comes, okay? Now, we could go ahead and let me get this first with the brother. Go ahead.
Right. This is Sirach 1:14. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom, and it was created with the faithful in the womb.
That's right. Hey, read it one more time.
All right. This is Sirach 1:14. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom, and it was created with the faithful in the womb.
That's right. Okay. You got to fear the Most High before you can even get a taste of wisdom. All right. That's the first step is fearing the Lord. All right. And everybody don't fear the Lord. And that's why they don't have wisdom. Okay. That's the very first step. Then you can start getting an understanding of different breakdowns and understanding the chariots and World War III and things of that nature. You have to fear the Lord first. Understanding that, like the brother said before camp, all right, this thing is not about you. All right. That's the very first step. Then the Lord will start to reveal certain things unto you, man. Okay. And read the last part again.
Okay. It said, and it was created with the faithful in the womb.
That's right. It was created with the faithful in the womb. So the elect, all right, 144,000, those that cleave unto him, all right, those things were already set in them, but it was set for a appointed time for it to be drawn out. All right. You got certain men that come in at different times, things of that nature, and that's for that purpose, man. All right. The Lord already set it in them. Okay. Just a specific time for it to be drawn out. And think about it. Before this truth, you were searching for certain things, looking for certain things. Then you heard a video. All right. It's being drawn out of you. Okay. Then you get under certain men. All right. And I say, me, myself personally, getting under great Millstone and actually learning the true doctrine and it being brought out of you. There's multiple scriptures going into that. Let this pass. Now we're about to go right now.
It's back in Sirach 1, but a little further up, starting at verse 5, it says, the word of Yahweh, the Most High power, is the foundation of wisdom, and her ways are everlasting commandments. To whom have the root of wisdom been revealed, or whom have known her wise counsels? Unto whom have the knowledge of wisdom been made manifest, and who have understood her great experience? There is one wise and greatly to be feared, Yahweh sitting upon his throne. This is back up what you were saying earlier. It says, he created her and saw her and numbered her and poured her out upon all his works. She is with all flesh according to his gift, and he have given her to him that loved him.
Beautiful. Hey, that's beautifully put. That covered the premise of this video and much more. All right. When the Lord created the elect, it was intended for them to get this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding poured upon them. You know? Hey, and go into it. Hey, who is wisdom? Who embodies wisdom? YAHAWASHI, man. It was intended for the elect, right, to understand YAHAWASHI, to grasp YAHAWASHI, okay, to use YAHAWASHI in these different occasions, right? When you go out your day, you using wisdom, right? You're being guided by YAHAWASHI, man. You know, that's Jake take this thing lightly, but you have YAHAWASHI with you every step of the way, you know, using wisdom.
So I'm with you always, even to the end of the world.
That's right. Why is he with you? Do this. Without further ado, let's grab that, brother. Will be
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 6, verse 19. It says, come unto her as one that ploweth and soweth, and wait for her good fruits. For thou shalt not toil much in laboring about her, but thou shalt eat of her fruits right soon.
all right. So you're supposed to look at your walk with wisdom, right, as husbandry. And if you jump down to chapter 7 and verse 15, it goes into how you shouldn't hate laborious works, how you shouldn't hate husbandry. You have to understand the process. It's not a rushing thing. Like I went into earlier, it's not a race, it's a marathon. Within a marathon, it's multiple different things you go through. It's not just a straight shot, right? It's about who endures, who lasts, who lets wisdom ferment into them, right? As we went into the lesson yesterday, okay? When you ferment something, it rises, man. Letting wisdom rise in you, okay? But yeah, they got more meat in there. Hold tight. It says, wait for her good fruits, right? Because when you first come into the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, right, coming to the truth, you don't just get everything right then and there the first night, okay? Being associated with, you know, a particular camp or whatever. Nah, it takes time, man. It takes countless hours of going through the scriptures. Go ahead.
Yeah, before Salaki, brother.
No, you good.
Before wisdom actually sets you free, it imprisons you, man.
That's right.
All right, then you learn. Now you got the balance in wisdom, right? Because if wisdom actually, we're prisoners of YAHAWASHI, which YAHAWASHI represents wisdom. All right, we get in prison first, and then once you go to prison, you learn why you're in prison.
That's right.
And then that allow you to what? Free your mental psyche, or start to do the things that what helps get you out of prison, man. Wisdom imprison you and set you free simultaneously, man. Come on, man. Go ahead.
And with the brother going into being in prison, it's certain things that we just it's not conducive to the spirit. Right? You got to understand how to. I'm not gonna go out every night of the week. I got camp. Okay, I'm not about to drink. All right, before camp, things of that nature. Which none of those things is nothing wrong, but it's you gotta put, you know, wisdom is gonna put you in a prison. All right. Like the brother said, I can't commit adultery. I can't smoke weed. Right? Those are the different elements of that prison, man. And like the brother said, once you embody that and you understand that, now everything starts to make sense to you. Wisdom can't dwell with you when you just run it rampant. Right? Wisdom it's not in it. We're gonna get into it in that same chapter. You want to say something?
Yeah, wisdom. We get us a rock, brothers. Whatchamacallit says. Is as doctrine, which springs out of the root of wisdom. It put manacles on your feet, right? But it also apprehends you, man. But this is the only thing that can actually lock you down, or what, tie you up, okay? But also have you with wiggle room to understand why you're tied up or what is holding you down, man.
That's right.
All right. It says our doctrine on the feet of foot is as manacles. All right. But wisdom, all right, is a spiritual manacle. On us, man. All right, it's like spiritual handcuffs in the way, right? Go ahead.
If I can make a point, how can the elect be saved from all of this wickedness, right? If they don't know what is wicked and what's not, because before you come into the truth, you can't differentiate the two, right? You don't know anything, right? So you have to have those fetters on you, and I think that's in verse chapter 6, if I'm not mistaken. It's in there.
It actually locked the feet of fools down. But wisdom allow our path to go forward. What it have locked us into. Wisdom got to lock in with you. That's why YAHAWASHI say, when he come to knock, he come to suck with you. That means what? I need to live with you. I need to get with you. All right? But you got to allow me to spring forward within you.
Right.
All right? So that something that comes inside of you, All right. The only way it can project out if it's what? If it's a good fruit, right? Or if not, something that goes in you that night is gonna die out, man. All right, you're gonna burn out. That's why a lot of men burn out in the spirit, man. Because YAHAWASHI can't dwell with them, man.
The manacles, they ain't allowed the manacles to be placed on them.
Yeah.
Right? The elect they're gonna recognize the manacles. They're gonna recognize when YAHAWASHI come with those yokes and allow him. They're gonna put their hand inside the yoke. Here, Lord, you know, I'm ready for that. They're tired of this place. They're tired of doing as they will. You see, to be in this thing, to be governed by wisdom, you have to have some type of obedience, right? You have to have obedience, discipline. That's where you get the word disciple from, right? And that discipline comes from what? Those manacles, that those chains that go on you.
Right.
You can bring that on.
You're deprived of particular things so the wisdom can flow.
Right? So you wisdom can fruit in them.
It's holding back things.
That's right.
So technically, when something is held back, it hinders you from particular things, man. But wisdom have saved us, man. All right. And that's why wisdom, the most to fools, it kills them. All right. Because why? They can't attain to it. They can't assess it correctly. All right. And it ended up what? It ended up what? Destroying them, man.
That's why YAHAWASHI,
He got it right here. He got it right here.
You know, his what it say, his yoke is easy. It's easy.
But what a yoke represent?
Yeah.
Right? Burden.
That's burden.
Yep.
Those chains, those
The
fetters.
chains. Yeah. Yeah.
You got it. You can bring it on.
Sirach 21 and 18. As in a house that is destroyed, so is wisdom to a fool.
Yep. So as a house destroyed, so is wisdom to a fool. So you take a man's body, all right, and because our bodies are like houses, all right, it's something that what you keep in. All right, go ahead.
And the knowledge of the unwise is as taught without sense.
Right, no, start up. All right, yeah, come, go ahead.
Doctrine unto fools is as fetters on the feet, and like manacles on the right hand.
So if it's the Lord, wisdom deal with you in rough ways, as it says in I believe it's Sirach or either Wisdom of Solomon. All right. So if the Lord be of balance, why would he say wisdom, doctrine, to fools is fetters? Because wisdom is a fetter, man. All right. So it deals with you in rough ways, man. It says it can deal with you, it can live with you. All right. It can be subtle unto you. All right. So all these things discipline you from the way wisdom enter inside you, man. But until a fool, it locks them down. It don't make them feel like, man, I'm progressing. It makes them feel like what? That it's on them for the worst, man. All right, go ahead.
If I can say, hey, you just read what the negative effects of those fetters are, all right? But then we're gonna get back to it in chapter 6, the positive effects of those fetters unto to the elect, man.
Well, when you in jail, when you first get in the chains, you're a wild bull. You all over the place. But then when you see a man come home and have learned this lesson, what? He's sensible. He's mature now. Because what? That time dealt with him. And wisdom needs the time to what? To penetrate to get you right, man. All right? Go ahead.
You got more in that? We can hand straight to that, man.
It's back in Sirach chapter 6, verse 20. It says, she is very unpleasant to the unlearned.
As we just read.
Yep.
Right? See, she's unpleasant, right, to the unlearned, to the fool, right? Those fetters are a burden unto them.
It says, he that is without understanding will not remain with her.
All right, so those that you see fall out, things of that nature, all right, just don't care no more of this thing. Hey, read that part again.
It says, he that is without understanding will not remain with her.
Hey, Sophia gonna leave them. All right, she don't give them. They don't give her time. All right, which goes into having time of leisure to go into the scriptures, to read the accounts. All right, to get these different great books on how to hold yourself. Ecclesiastes, Sirach, Proverbs. All right, and shit, the whole Bible really. But those go into your conduct, your anastrophe. All right, you have to have leisure for that. Go ahead, grab them. We're gonna jump back.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 38, verse 24. It says, the wisdom of a learned man come by the opportunity of leisure.
All right, having an opportunity of leisure. not being controlled by the affairs of this life. Yes, we understand that we have different obligations, things that we have to do, but you have to have time for Sophia, man. Jake make all the time in the world for his physical woman. You have to make time for this woman, Sophia, man.
Well, it tells you that in Proverbs, all right, which is wisdom, all right, that he that intermeddleth with wisdom separated himself from what? The things of the world.
That's right.
Or the affairs. So wisdom make you separate yourself. Like, it's not that wisdom don't ask you to separate yourself, all right? Once you start to gain it, all right, and increase with it, it makes you separate yourself. Get Proverbs, get Proverbs 18. And I believe it's maybe 1. All right,
because you can't juggle the two. You're gonna end up dropping both balls, and the Lord gonna take your ass out.
You got it. Should be Proverbs 18:1, what I was speaking about. All right, you gotta enter the way that you enter melody. Got a good one. All right, yeah, go ahead.
It's Proverbs 18, verse 1. Through desire, a man having separated himself seeketh and intermeddleth with all wisdom.
Right, so you gotta be separated, man. And that's what wisdom start to do you. All right. You start to what? You start to decipher between, okay, I can't do this and that. I can't do this, and this. You start to, and what that do, that help you better make decisions. Now you ain't gotta be thinking about all the stuff you gotta do. You can just think about what you need to do. Now Jake, mine ain't all over the place. Now, all right, okay, because I've got into wisdom, I have columnized my life. All right, the truth. This, that, well, I can't do that no more. Nightlife, that gotta go. All right, this here gotta go. You start to what? Break things down, man. And you automatically separate yourself. Wisdom separates you. Got it.
Wisdom give you organization. Right? Yeah, you start to organize things, man.
I wonder what that word intermeddle.
Right, that word like what?
I just want to see what it is. I never looked it up. Now,
We're gonna jump back to that
you
word.
got one. I brother got one.
All right, go ahead.
Good. This is Rock 4. I started 16. If a man could commit himself unto her, he shall inherit her, and his generation shall hold her in possession.
Yes.
For at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways, which the brother was bringing out. She'll try you in all different kind of ways, you know, and will bring fear and dread upon him and torment him with her discipline.
And that's a beautiful thing. You already understand that you're not supposed to be doing certain things, right? But then, you know, your flesh, when you first coming in, you go through something trying to, you know, and then you try to avoid that thing, not making the right decision, but you're around that wrong decision.
Yeah, she started torment you, you know, because
Right.
you want to go back to the old ways, being a wicked nigga.
That's
But
right.
wisdom, like, nah, you don't do that, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Then-
we move different now. You know?
God, it's in your mind to be like, well, shit, this, you know, this the Lord, getting on my ass because I knew I shouldn't have went here or shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
But you got it.
Yeah, like I said, it torments you in the beginning, you know?
That's right.
That's how she do, you know? It says, until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws.
What laws? Come on, man.
For real.
The law, statutes, and commandments, man. All right? The laws of the Bible. All right? What?
Verse 18, then will she return the straight way unto him. What it say? As for the old way, which is the good way, you know, and comfort him and show him her secrets.
Hey, now look at us today. Having this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Knowing adultery is wrong. All right? Knowing, hey, just walking aright. Look how many secrets been revealed unto us, man. And how much more we have to learn.
And even it's not even really secrets. It's what we have from the beginning. You know, technically, it's like this what you're supposed to do. But Jake, look at a lot of people don't know what they just supposed to do.
That's right.
So it's a secret unto the world. But wisdom revealing unto you, like, man, I kind of knew this because Jake got a conscience. If you have a conscience, you already know what you need to do. It's not a secret. Like, oh, I wasn't supposed to be doing this. Bro, we know all the things we do that we ain't supposed to do.
Right.
So it's not even secret. All right, but the Lord blessed us with the eyes to be like, look, it's a secret unto y'all because the mass majority of the world, they really don't know what they're supposed to do anymore. Because wisdom is not something with them. They don't know. They really like, it's wrong, but nah, that's like not knowing. Yeah. Right? To know you doing something and then not doing, it's like, bro, you should just not know.
Because if you really knew it and understood it,
You're gonna change it.
come on.
You're gonna change it. And that would make you a beast. That what makes our people a beast. Because the cognition of a human man, all right, and a beast is different, all right? Because when you go in Sirach, the Lord gave the five senses, all right, but then he gave man what? Interpretation with the cognition of it to understand what he said and what? And speech. So now, if you're a beast, you're lacking two senses, all right? What? The talking and the cognition to understand what you're saying and what you're doing. All right, beasts only know one way. That's why the Lord ain't give them the seven senses, man. As he gave man. We don't even have five senses, we have seven, according to the scriptures, man. All right, so you can understand that. But go ahead, brother.
Hey, a quick example, the dietary law.
Yeah.
All right. You understand that you're not supposed to be eating certain things. Hey, Jake know that. Jake grew up in the church.
It's not a secret.
It's not a secret.
Nope.
But they don't understand it.
They don't
right?
understand.
The secrets, the secrets
Yeah.
wasn't revealed unto them. Because what happens when you eat right? Right? When you don't eat catfish, shellfish, right? Crawfish, things of that nature, the swine, you live longer. Right? That prolongs your life. And it's not really a secret, like the brother said. You know?
Yeah.
But that was a quick example. You can keep going on that, huh?
All right, verse 19. But if he go wrong, she will forsake him and give him over to his own ruin.
And hey, what do you see? All right, you got Jake eating whatever they want. What happens to them? They become obese. Then what? Heart attack, diabetes, strokes, things of that nature. And that's just one instance, man. A man that loves adultery, what happens to him? You know? Come on.
He that committed adultery, lacking understanding.
That's right.
So if you commit adultery, you don't have understanding. Right? Now, again, some men have did it, all right, but they have repented and turned from their ways.
That's right.
But they're not a beast no more. All right? A beast, just one way. So us as human beings, we can't be one way because we'll destroy ourselves.
That's right.
We have to have the way, the prudence, and the insights to what? To move around between things, man. All right, to understand things and read in between things, man. All right, a beast just go one way. All right, he just going. But as men of the Lord with understanding, you can't just do this, man. All right, you have to stop and understand what you're doing so you can know how to proceed forward. Go ahead, you got it.
Right. That's right. You got more on that? All right, you can get your precept.
Yeah,
Make that or whatever. You know,
Come.
you're gonna go on with that.
Intermeddle just means intermeddle. It says to interfere in something that is not one's concern.
There you go.
So wisdom helps you to focus on the things that actually matter. That's your concern, which is the law, statutes, and commandments,
That's it.
and serving the Lord.
Beautiful.
As,
Having your eyes seen, right? Fulfilling your apostolic office, man. All right? Keeping your eyes single, that's what that means. You minding your business, right? It says, he that have little business shall become wise, man. Because the wisdom have shut the other business down, man. All right? Unnecessary matters. You see? Go ahead, you got it.
Hey, and that's a beautiful point. Jake think a lot of these things that he intermeddle it with or are important.
Yeah.
When really they just wasting your time. You know, like the brother say, no significance. But wisdom allows you to categorize things, to put things in order, to drop things off, to add prosperous things on. Right? Because she'll take away, but then also give you something to help you, right? To benefit you, to aid you. All right. That's the kind. You good? All right. That's the benefits of wisdom, man. Yes. You want to bring that out?
real quick. This Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 3. It says, "For forward thoughts separate from the Most High, and his power, when it is tried, reproveth the unwise. For into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in the body that is subject unto sin."
And that's why you see certain cats, and you just thinking like, why the fuck can't they just get this?
Yeah, it's plain to us.
Yeah,
It's,
it's
it's
plain.
plain to the holy.
That's right. Their souls are malicious. So these, these things, like the brother say, these things are not secrets, but they're secrets unto the world. These are things that they should know, right? But these secrets can't understand these things, man. They're malicious. Okay, but that was all they had on that. We're gonna end it out on this one right here.
This back in Sirach chapter 6, verse 21. It says, she will lie upon him as a mighty stone of trial, and he will cast her from him ere it be long. For wisdom is according to her name, and she is not manifest unto many.
That's right. So hey, you have a lot of people out here who are searching high and low for Sophia, man, for wisdom. Just look at them. You got the Hotep niggas, okay? You got Muslim, you got Christianity, all of these different factions, okay? They're looking for wisdom, right? But she's only, wait, and it's just like if you're in a, I'm gonna just say a party setting, okay? That woman, she the one she looking at you. She's not looking at all those other guys. You know what I'm saying? And that's how Sophia is. She's only revealed unto those who are holy, man. Revealed unto a few. And when you look at the elect, the 144,000 in the innumerable multitude, hey, that's a few compared to the rest of the world, right? Her eyes are set on you, and your eyes are supposed to be locked in with hers, man. Okay, you go ahead. I'm gonna keep talking.
It says, verse 23, give ear, my son, receive my advice, and refuse not my counsel, and put thy feet into her fetters, and thy neck into her chain.
And that's going back to what the brother had brought out, right? We already spoke of the negative effects of those fetters. So why would the Lord say, put your feet in the fetters and your neck into her chains, right? Because it's going to give you discipline. And then the fruits of wisdom will blossom in you, man. Okay, keep going.
It says, bow down thy shoulder and bear her, and be not grieved with her bonds.
Keep going.
Come unto her with thy whole heart, and keep her ways with all thy power.
That's right. Hey, you gotta be wholehearted in this thing, right? You can't be like the brother said, malicious, because she's not gonna cheat. You can come around all you want, but you're gonna when you don't, you're gonna have times where wisdom is just, she's not gonna deal with that person. You're gonna be like, what the hell happened? Hey, they wasn't wholehearted in this thing, man. But let's see what we can stop at.
I got you something.
All right, go ahead down to 29.
It says, search and seek, and when she shall be made known unto thee, and when thou hast got hold of her, let her not go. For at the last thou shalt find her rest, and that shall be turned to thy joy.
Because it went into a couple verses up that she'll be a boulder unto a man. Right? She's gonna try you. She's gonna test you. It's the same with a physical woman. Right? She's gonna test you. She's gonna make sure is this man worthy for me to serve him properly? Okay. Hey, and wisdom is the same way. She's gonna try you. And just when you becoming frail, you becoming weak-hearted. Hey, if you stick in this thing, that's when she gonna give her all unto you, man. And the reward is going to be way greater than the trials that you went through. All right, go ahead.
It says, then shall her fetters be a strong defense for thee, and her chains a robe of glory.
Perfect example. All right, understanding the law, statutes, commandments. Understanding, like I brought out earlier, all right, the dietary laws. Knowing, all right, I'm not supposed to eat these things. Now you've got good health. Yes. Okay, and that's just one of the many instances. You want to say something?
No, I got it.
Yeah, and that's just one of the many instances, man. All right, it's you could go into that all kind of ways, but we're gonna get out of here with that.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 24, verse 3. It says, through wisdom is a house building. Now, our houses on earth is what? Our spirit, which shells our temple. Our temple, which shells our spirit, man.
Right.
All right. Wisdom has to dwell within our temples, man. All right. It says, and by understanding it is established. So the more and more you understand, the more and more the spirit of the Lord worketh within you, man. Yeah. All right. It says, And by knowledge shall the chambers be filled with all precious and pleasant riches. So you start to gain and increase with the secrets and the jewels of wisdom, man. All right. It's speaking of a literal house. You actually build it, but not. It's speaking of your spiritual house, man. More or less, because it's wisdom, it's Proverbs, man. All right. It says, a wise man is strong. Yeah, a man of knowledge increases strength. So the more and more wisdom dwell with you, you get stronger and stronger in the law, statutes, and commandments, and you start to begin to what? Become wisdom, man. All right, you start to become our friend. She start to sup with you, all right, and then what? Ultimately, she takes over you thoroughly, and now you're in the hands of the Lord, man. YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI. Ultimately, so yeah, man, by wisdom, through wisdom is a house building, man. All right, and this is how we're gonna continue to be building. This is how we continue to be edified and built up through the wisdom, man. All right, that sound doctrine and that wisdom, man. You got it, bro.
Hey, we hope that this point has been made and it's edifying. Okay, first and foremost to the hopeful elect and those that cleave unto them. All right. So before we get out of here, we like to give all glory, honors, and prayers unto
YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham, Microchip.
double honors to the apostles and elders of great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Hey, Shalawam.
Shalawam.